sent out a press release and asked for submissions. And one of the first people that called in was Sean Maysberger with the city manager and mayor's office. And she said that her husband's family had had this tree for a long time and was interested in donating it, and she thought that perhaps that it would be an ideal Christmas tree for the community Christmas tree.
The tree was planted probably about mid-'80s. I think it's about '86 when my grandma planted it, and she always wanted a Colorado blue spruce. My grandpa would never plant one, and finally they got two of them here, but they planted it, and she always said I wanted to see it grow to its full maturity, and they moved out here about just last year, right before they passed away last fall. And she'd always looked at it, and then it got so big it kind of blocked the view that they had always enjoyed on the corner here, but that's what they intended it for, is she wanted to see it grow and reach its full height and everything like that. And it grew, it started growing so big that we started thinking about getting rid of it, but not while my grandparents, she wasn't going to let it go just yet. But I thought, well, now it's opportunity to share and see if they would choose it as a Christmas tree for Topeka's.
And the West Star Women's Association is in charge of the tree, and they're going to be decorating it and all of that.
Originally, West Star had a member on the Downtown Topeka board, and he thought of our Women's Association as a possible group to help decorate, and then it's just kind of the rest is history. We continue to do it. This is the third year.
As about the time I was graduating from high school is when she planted this, and there used to be another big, huge tree right here, and my grandpa got tired of doing the leaves, so he cut that down, and that was a compromise to plant this one where it doesn't shed any leaves. So that was a good deal on that part. But I came down here and I mowed their yard for them, and mowed around it plenty of times, that's for sure.
It stems from the size, the shape, the healthiness of it, the way the tree trunk is. I believe this one is about 27 foot high, they said, so they're trying to cut it really low to the ground in order to have the height. Past ones have been a little larger than that.
I think every community looks forward to having a Christmas tree, looks forward to celebrating the holidays together, and I believe that this tree can just kind of symbolize the hope. The theme of it this year is old-fashioned Christmas, and so the Christmas decorations will go on it, and it will reflect all the Christmas times past that everybody looks for, and the memories that everybody brings up will all be embodied in this tree.
It's kind of neat because all the stories of my grandparents growing up here in Topeka, they both came here. They're from Mexican grandparents, came over to work on the railroad, and they grew up in this community. They grew up in a 3-block radius, and for Topeka to enjoy that, or to see something that's shared with them all these years, and them have to share with everybody else in Topeka, because I heard all the stories, how they used to drive uptown and nothing came over here, and Oakland was own little community when they were little kids and everything, and they grew up right next to here over here on Chandler Street, and they got married, and I think it'll be a good thing to people to take a little bit of a look back and have something to appreciate as time goes on, and families to come together and look at these things as far as everybody sharing. And today's world's a lot different than it used to be, and everybody's on their own little agenda, but I think when Christmas time comes around, it's something that families to share and come together with. So I'm hoping that this adds a little bit to it.
And I think it'll be gorgeous. It'll go in at 800 Kansas, right in the 8th and West Star building. There's a little alcove there by their front, and that's where we'll be putting it up this afternoon. It'll be lit at 5:30 on Parade Day, which is November 29th.
Thank you. God. My goodness. This is huge, isn't it, Sean?
That's huge.
Oh my God, make a bowl out of it, huh?
Or a drum.
Exactly.